It's time for the big reveal. Hi everybody, welcome to this week's video. It has been months in the making. The angle is a little bit different because I am so excited to show you what is now behind me. But let's rewind, if you will. If you'll recall at the beginning of the year when I was talking about New Year's resolutions, one of my biggies was organization. In fact, for Christmas, my husband and I got each other his and hers closets. We both were in need of a major extreme makeover. I more than him. He was way more organized. I was just stuffed to the gills back there. And it was quite embarrassing actually for how tidy I consider myself to be. Anywho, we went through a couple of different companies, got some bids, went over some ideas of the structure, the colors, what we need, the build out. Anyway, literally an hour ago, it was just completed. So I want to walk you through the process and show you some of the things we went through to make all of this happen. First and foremost, it was about purging and getting real with ourselves. Well, me more than him. What do I really need? What am I using? What am I not using? My rule of thumb was, if I haven't worn it in 6 months, it's gonna go. And that includes seasonal stuff as well. If you sit in your closet and you're truly real with yourself, you can figure out what it is that you're wearing and what you're not wearing. Let's go through first and show you what this place initially looked like. Okay, let me refresh your memory as to how just awful it really was. Just too much stuff, clearly too much stuff, shoved and stuffed and packed. My husband's, as you can see, his closet was way more tidy and organized. You know, he almost didn't need a makeover. But I'm glad we did it because now ours have a theme and a similar structure going on. But at any rate, it started with the cleaning and purging, and let me show you a little bit what that was like. Closet clean out has begun. Here is the pile that is going to Dress for Success. Here is a pile that's going to resale. This is what's being given away to friends, family, and yes, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, everybody.
Off to Dress for Success. So then the contractors came and we had to have an empty shell for them to do what they needed to do. And it took, I would say overall, about a week for everything to get done. Not too bad. Good Lordy, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's really happening. So we've been going since 8 o'clock in the morning and it's now 10:30, and everything from the downstairs closets has now been moved up here to the 3rd floor, hanging in racks. This is where we'll be living for the next week. Look at these circles. This is late night Olympic coverage and early morning closet clean out. We literally, as I said, we just finished up about an hour ago. So now what sits behind me is the shell, and I am going to step up, step in and show you the decision making behind this new layout here and reveal to you what this new closet is going to look like. You ready? Okay, good. Okay, so here we are. Welcome to it. I found this cute little sign at Marshall's and it says, "And so the adventure begins," which truly I think is how all of us women feel when we're in our closet space, trying to figure out what to do, what to wear. It seems like an adventure. And in this particular case, the adventure is going to be getting things in here in a systematic way where I am not cluttering up this lovely space, but being very mindful of order and structure and neatness, and also just being honest with what it is that I'm wearing. But let me walk you through. So this side is going to have two hanging sections. I haven't decided what goes where yet. That's next week's video, moving everything in here. But again, it will probably be either blouses and slacks. The middle section is for handbags, drawers of all kinds, jewelry sections right here, and you know, underwear, things like that. As my microphone falls down. So I'm going to really figure out what's going to go where, but one of the coolest things is this. This is a great little hamper space for dirty clothes as well as what's going to dry cleaning. So it gets it in there and it hides it very, very nicely. So that's this side of the closet. We will move around and tackle the rest. So this area is going to have long hanging clothes in the middle. Again, I've got more space to the left and to the right, your left, my right, whatever, for, again, figuring out what's going to go where. A really, really neat feature was this pull out for scarves, because you know how I love to wear scarves, and so being able to decoratively display them and access them in a closet I thought was a really, really neat feature. And again, when you do a build out, you can figure out what it is that you use most. You won't want everything or need everything, but there might be certain features that stand out to you. Above me, storage for hats and handbags, and also there's storage below as well, and we'll get to that in just a second. So on the adjacent wall, as you can see, finally a place for shoes. It was one of the biggest issues that I had, shoes spilling out. I got rid of a lot of shoes, and I do believe this wall is going to hold the rest. But again, it's floor to ceiling shoes, and what's so nice is the light. And the final section here will be space for dresses like these, things that I wear to work, and I can keep all of this in one section of the closet. Below, like I mentioned, more shoe storage for things like taller boots, cowboy boots, so it has a little bit more height. And above, I've got hats and more purse storage should I need it. And last but not least, a little ottoman to be able to sit and put on some shoes so that I don't topple over as I'm trying to get dressed. But there you have it. Boy, this has been an incredibly exciting, rewarding, scary, daunting project, but one that we have so much been looking forward to. You know, this is my first custom closet ever. And I'm 50. So I waited a good while for this, and I'm honestly thrilled to have it. But you know, it makes me think and reflect on all the years prior when I still loved to have nice clothes, loved to have a nice space, organization and all of that. And I think about the types of things that I would do to utilize the space that I had. And I remember when I started in my career with my $500 a month apartment with very, very limited closet space, I would go to places like the Container Store and look for organizers to be able to hang shoes. I would look for jewelry and accessory organizers, even did some custom shelving in one of my closets to be able to stack things and better use space. And the beauty today is that, you know, we have things like Pinterest and great places to go for ideas and inspiration. Back then, there was no Pinterest. It was all up here, interest. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is we are all at different levels and we all pretty much want the same thing. We want to feel good in our space. And so I'm here to share with you that in every phase and stage of my life, it was a priority to feel good in my space. space, except for what you saw here before. I don't know how that lapse happened, but it did. So there you go, human. But where there's a will, there's a way, and no matter the budget. And so I hope to encourage you maybe to get some ideas from what you see here, to do it in your own way, with your own means. And what I love is that there are so many different opportunities and ways out there to feel good in your space. So that's the key. The key is doing what we can, and when we can, and how we can. But boy, tomorrow everything's moving in, and it is my pact to you to be a good steward of this space that I've created, to not go back to my old ways, to not overbuy and stuff it like a can of sardines in here. In fact, this is such a great space to now be able to do wardrobe and style videos. And so I want you to enjoy this space as much as I plan on enjoying it. And this is something that we get to share together. So I can't wait to see what it is that we're going to create in here. Video 2 is going to be what goes where. That I'm starting to shoot tomorrow. Please keep your fingers crossed for me. I'm going to need it. So with your space and how you choose to make improvements and to feel good in it, go out, be bold, be blessed, and I'll see you next Thursday at 1. Bye.